Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, another episode of Carefree Reacts. I remember I told you guys I wasn't even going to be doing this as a weekly show, but the way Chelsea have been moving this season and the way people are backpedaling on our football club just means that I have to keep wheeling out the content for you guys. So we're here, we're back again. We're here for another episode of Carefree Reacts. And today, we are reacting to everybody's apologies. We are reacting to everybody finally coming to terms with the fact that they were wrong and they were waffling about our football club. Because I had a little night out to myself after the game, went out and celebrated the win, as usual, because we're starting to get used to that feeling. And then I come back, I check YouTube, I go to look at a few of people's reactions to Chelsea, and I'm seeing a very, very common theme today. A very, very common theme. Can anybody tell the common theme here? I was wrong. I was wrong. Apology. I was wrong. Poetic, man. This is absolute. I didn't even think we'd get it this soon in the season. I thought we'd get this around Christmas time, maybe towards New Year, once the run of fixtures had gone through a little bit more, because we have a pretty good run of games coming up. But raw, everybody's turning round and giving us our flowers. It is about damn time. It is about damn time. And it is beautiful to see from a Chelsea perspective as well, because we've been asking for this for the longest. We've been telling people about these players for the longest, because if you look back at that, it's not just I was wrong about Chelsea. I was wrong about Cucurella. I was wrong about Caicedo. I was wrong about Enzo. And that this isn't even just all of it. There's a few from a couple weeks ago that we're going to bring back as well. But we are here to document and react to everybody's apologies. So we are going to start. First one we're going to start off is my guy Monts. Shout out to Big Six Bants. Everybody head over there and sub immediately. The link to everybody's videos will be down in the description below. Well, we got to skip the intro. This is taking too long.
I think I'm going to have to be doing this video, but here we are. Here we are. Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 0. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do already. Make sure you drop
all of that
as well on who you thought your man of the match was. This is my apology.
And the maddest thing is there's like 8 different man of the match contenders. I still can't pick who deserves the man of the match. What a hoop sesh yesterday, boys.
Some Moises Caicedo in it. And I think that's the perfect place to start. Chelsea Football Club are very, very much so in the conversation in terms of doing the right things. Probably going to be looking at a good push for next season for the title, maybe.
You know what I like? He didn't say that we are in a good position to go for the league title. I will remember that, because you lot have seen on Back Again, these guys try and run the narrative that we should be going for it. Cool. I will remember that. Shout out to you, Monsto. Shout out to you for being rational.
If they get some more signings in for their back line, depends on even what they do in January. Right now, Chelsea have an identical record to Arsenal Football Club, who are 5 years into their project. And that's no...
Let's say that again. Phase 5 Arteta with 800 million spent is level on everything in the table. From wins to draws, losses, goals scored, goals against, goal difference, everything with a championship manager. And an unattractive squad, an overinflated squad. Beautiful, beautiful.
Disrespect to Arsenal, and this is more of a praise on Chelsea's thing, or whatever.
If you're struggling to hit your protein goal, you literally
I
have
take
no
the ad
excuse.
revenue.
My
Take the
protein's
ad
clear
revenue.
weight. They've got so many.
I really gotta get premium, bruv.
Like, I had all the verbal for these guys, and rightly so last season, but the way they have turned things around and the way Maresca has come in and done what he's needed to do definitely needs to be spoken about, in my opinion. And one player, as I said, this is my official apology to Moises Caicedo.
Come on.
I was bitter in it. Not that it wasn't obvious anyway. I was bitter.
There we are. There we are.
I was fuming. You know, when I set an agenda, I run with it. And yeah, man, agendas had to agenda. But this guy, he's cold, man.
He's cold. There we go, guys. He should have got this months ago, to be honest. But I understand. Liverpool fans still annoyed over the £150 million transfer and everything. You guys thought you could gazump us for him, and we ended up taking him and Lavia, and you ended up with Endo. And also, do you remember last season when we were in the trenches having to do Endo versus Caicedo debates? Like, Maurizio Pochettino, you disgusting human being, you disciple of Satan. Look what you had us going through. These men are absolute ballers, and he threw him under the bus every available opportunity that he had. And it's only taking till now for these players to be getting the flowers that they deserve. Beautiful to see.
He's cold. Caicedo, I am sorry. I got it wrong. I got it so
Yeah, you
wrong.
did, blood.
Kid special, man. Kid special. Right back, CDM in the 8. He plays in a way that is just a nightmare for any opposition to kind of come up against. His ability to pass the ball is underrated. He's a good passer in the final third. He's tackling. He's brushed up on that. He's putting up 8 out of 10s week after week after week. He played right
10 out of 10s, not out of 10, not 8 out of 10s.
And we know we could have played right back from his Brighton days, but he played right back today. And do you know what he did from right back? Do you know what this guy did from right back? 7 ball recoveries, 15 successful final third passes from right back. Again,
he fucking cooked. He fucking cooked the same way he's done every single week. I'm very glad we got to see him play in the inverted right back role, because Maresca's been talking about trying to get all 3 of the midfielders playing together, and even hinted that the Man City game at the start of the season had hints of what he wanted to see with all 3 midfielders. So it's beautiful to see. The rest of the video you guys can go watch on Monster's channel. I just wanted to react to the Caicedo apology. We'll move on to the next one. Who do we have next? So, shout out to Kaz. Shout out to Never a Foul and Kaz. Which one was this apology on?
Hallie, absolutely phenomenal player to watch. Very good on the eye. And I feel like Chelsea's scouting department at this moment and recruitment, they're not getting their flowers. And I know this might be a little bit over the top, but you know why we have to give them flowers? It's because we've been highly critical as rival fans about them. And right now they're thriving. I believe they are second place in the league on goal difference of Arsenal.
Second place off goal difference, by the way, guys. Just stop and think about that for a second. Who predicted that? Who really predicted that we would be in this place by December? People predicted that we would be Maresca out by December. People predicted that we would be Maresca out by November. Here we are sitting second in the table. I would say the most united we've been as a fan base in ages, but a lot of us are just cooking everybody who was negative from the start. Man like AI Man and all the other crybabies, the Clear Lake crybabies in this fan base. But shout out to Kaz for being objective.
We've got Man United next, and you never know what might happen in that situation. But you can't write off Chelsea. Can Chelsea do the unthinkable? Am I going over the top a little bit? Maybe, if they got the minerals or not. But if Chelsea can keep up with this until January and get themselves a little bit more security at the back, maybe even a goalkeeper or a central defender that's of experience, of age, who knows? We've seen it with Conte before. Maresca is performing an absolute miracle. And you know what? I might even go as far to say that Chelsea might have the most technical squad in the league. I feel like every single one of them.
Most technical squad in the league. Do you know how good it is to finally get spoken about with the respect that we deserve? It is about damn time. It is about damn time. Shout out to Kaz. Shout out to Never a Foul. Link's going to be in the description for that one as well. I haven't even hit the like. How rude of me. You guys, make sure you do the same thing over there too. Who's next? Who's next? I think it's Alice Talks Football next, because she had a Cucurella apology. I was going to bring up Henry's video, but I went through it and there literally wasn't an apology. It was just a title. So we're going to take that and keep it stepping. But here we are.
What happened. So I I don't know what cut out or what didn't cut out, but I was just talking about Cucurella, how good he is on the ball, how I think he really suits the Maresca's system. He can break the lines, he can progress play. He's so versatile in his positional sense, intelligence. He's some player on the ball, Cucurella, and I was wrong about
Baller.
Cucurella. You know, when Chelsea signed him, I was like, that's a lot of money, but you know, he's good at the Euro, he's good at this. And then when his first season at Chelsea, I was like, flop of the season. But actually, I think since the second half of the season under Poch, when Poch sort of changed his system a bit, Cucurella had an inverted role and was helping Casado with the pivot more. I think Cucurella's been fantastic. And I think, as Matisse said here, Casado and Cucurella are absolutely immense today. Nobody could get near them, becoming serious leaders on the pitch and setting the tone for the rest. Cole's last-ditch defending deserves a shout. All three finishes fantastic. Best performance of the season from Chelsea. I think that defensive display from Chelsea as well, because Chelsea have always been good going forward. But
you know what I have to say as well? I think with her situation, it's probably the most understandable. Because, like, it's easy to write off Cucurella as a flop after the first season, especially as a rival fan, because you don't really hear about all the behind-the-scenes stuff that he had to deal with, like his house being robbed. I think losing 5 kg after what did he have? Tonsillitis or something like that, and a bunch of other off-the-field issues. Fair enough. Fair enough. She's also got a really good channel with a lot of good analytical discussions on football teams. So keep a lookout for that as well. Shout out to Alice Talks Football. The link will be down in the description. But another apology, blood. Now, that was all the ones just from today. But you know me. I am the receipt king. So those aren't just the only apologies that we've been getting. There's been apologies over the last few weeks. Shout out to everybody's favorite Arsenal fan, Igal. This was from A-listers a couple weeks ago. Where was it? Here we are.
The first half. And I thought, I need to come here today. And if there's one thing I'm going to do, I'm a man. And I apologize when I'm wrong. I'm wrong about one major factor. Pochettino. Lewis, I owe you an apology. Pochettino was a terrible manager. And
vindication. It feels good.
He would not have ever been able to manage a situation where he makes players who are not as good play up to their opponents that are better than them on the ball and better than them defensively. I thought you guys looked better in.
Igal, why do you do this? Why?
One second.
Igal, why do you like this?
No, he's actually cooking. He's cooking.
No, he's not, because he's making this spot. That's very shameless. Last season.
Of course, Husam had to come in to defend Mauricio Pochettino. There you are. Shout out to Igal for at least being man enough to apologize about Poch. But I will give Husam some credit. I can't be completely shameless on this one. We haven't got the Poch apology yet. But we did get the Chelsea apology a few weeks ago. I think it was on the football terrace. Oh, is it? Do I still have the video? Yes, I do. Why is it not loading? Where is it? Hi, YouTube. What are you doing to me today? Where the hell is? There it is. Oh boy. Sorry, guys.
Feeling now a few days later after the Chelsea humbled you.
I mean, listen, I'll be honest with you. I was wrong about Chelsea. 100% I was wrong about Chelsea. I feel like after watching it firsthand at Anfield, I was like, listen, these guys aren't actually shit. And I think they have a lot to be excited about for their future. And I can say it now after we've played them, because what I was predicting pre-game versus what actually happened is two completely different things. I watched the Liverpool-Chelsea game, and I was sad that in the 90th minute mark, I was actually happy that the full-time whistle went. And
for the record, Husam was doing the most before that game, talking about how Chelsea were going to get whipped 4-1 or 3-0, and all the Chelsea fans were going to be calling him daddy and whatever, all that craziness, big pause and everything. But yeah. And then even though we lost, I really don't want to glorify defeat, but we made them work for it. And that's why Husam ended up having to come out and apologize, because this man was talking such a big game just to leave with a marginal victory in a game where we pressed them for long amounts of the match. Lost the game off such a stupid goal after equalizing. Annoying, and also heavy Robert Sanchez tax too. But we move. A big change from a couple months ago, innit, guys?
The better squad, Villa or Chelsea?
Villa.
I am 6 points off fifth already.
I'm not 100% sure about that.
So-
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm taking more players from Wolves than I'm from Chelsea. That's not an insult. That's just reality, bro. Because here's the thing.
It is an insult. But we have gone a long way since hideous takes like that. Speaking of hideous takes, you know exactly who we have to talk about next. Everybody, Chelsea's least favourite pundit, man like Jamie Carragher, because he's gone from saying Chelsea have got to stop playing players. Players have got to stop signing for Chelsea. Also, Chelsea is not a young and exciting team. Where is João Felix going to get changed? They are stockpiling. They have too many players. The chemistry in the squad is going to be a complete mess. And then do you know what he was saying today? I actually think City have a fight on their hands for top 4. I look at Arsenal and Chelsea and the way they're looking right now. I think it will be difficult for City to finish above them. So, in the space of about 4 to 5 months, we have gone from Chelsea could be finishing 7th, because he did say that as well, and we should keep Pochettino, all of that garbage. So we could finish above the 4 Peters, the champions of the world, Manchester City. Not the overinflated, unattractive Chelsea. Really? Not under a championship manager. This is some of the most generational backpedaling I have ever seen. From the media as a whole. Because every single one of them wanted to fall back onto their dead narratives, talking about, oh, our squad's a billion, even though the squad isn't a billion. All the stuff about, oh, we should have kept Pochettino, even though he was the worst manager that we've had in modern history at Chelsea Football Club. All the crap about us not having quality players because they were in mid-table last season, like tactics don't account for anything in football. It is ridiculous, some of the gaslighting that we have had to go through as Chelsea fans. We have had to defend this club through so much bullshit. Some of it's come from our own fans. Man like AI Guy, the man who had to run off to Rumble because YouTube has a conspiracy against me, guys, and all this crap. All of the crashers and all of their BS. Don't get me started on that historian who never speaks about Chelsea unless they wheel her out onto the overlap so she can cry about Trevor Chalobah and Gallagher being sold. Also, speaking of, as we're going to start calling people out because I've got time today. How about Disconnect Woman? How is Disconnect Woman doing? Is she still feeling disconnected to the club? Is she still feeling disconnected to our club? I'd love to know. Oh, we didn't beat City and we sold Conor Gallagher, guys. Shut up. It's ridiculous. It is utterly ridiculous, some of the garbage that we have had to listen to over the last year and a half. But finally, we brought in a tactician. And with that, the tactics and the results, they just speak for themselves. Now, I got given one last video to react to. I haven't even watched this one back, so
What
I want to
Chelsea
see
doing
this.
is dangerous. Really, not just for them. It's stupid for them. I'm staggered that players are still signing for them. I find it staggering that agents aren't saying, look, you need to just stay away from this club. What they're doing in terms
This is why you're not an agent, mate.
of hoarding players, I think may well, Todd Bowley sees himself as a disruptor. I think it's potentially destabilising to football as a whole. I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, Chelsea being accused of destabilizing football again. Oh, we've been here before, haven't we?
I don't know what the logic is behind it. It strikes me as being fundamentally stupid.
Oh. You're the one who thinks it's stupid. Oh boy, look at the mirror.
And I worry that if it's not fundamental, almost like if it's stupid and they're just idiots, then that's almost the best case scenario. I think there is a chance that they're trying to collect so many players that they exert like a critical mass on the transfer market itself, and that has ramifications for all sorts of clubs who rely on that, on the trickle-down effect of transfer money for survival. I think it's taking huge risks with players' careers. It suggests to me they're hoping to kind of place them around a network of clubs, which I think is toxic for the game.
See that little rub of the eyebrow at the end when you know you're just waffling out of your bum hole? Like, what is he talking about? Like, so a mad trickle down effect that could ruin other clubs and all this. Man, just get this garbage out of here, man. With that, we're out. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. Did I go through everybody's apologies? I think I did. I think I did. One by one, they're all apologizing. One by one, they're all eating their words. And one by one, they're realizing that we weren't just waffling over the last year when we were talking about our football club. We were defending them from the BS media narratives because we saw the bigger picture. They told us, oh, it's all fun and games till a ball gets kicked. And then a ball got kicked. They told us, oh, this team used to have Pedro for depth. Now we have Pedro for depth. Now what? This man told us, you're going to be Maresca out by December. Now what? Now what? I tell you what, this has been one of the most enjoyable seasons so far for me as a Chelsea fan. And it's because I already know we're getting top 4. We cannot drop it from here. We cannot drop it from here because now people are quietly trying to put us in the title race. So, if that's the narrative, people have to make their apologies then, I guess. But here we are. Here we are. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in, though. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Who was your favorite apology? Who gave the best apology? Let us know in the chat. And also, call out whoever you want to see make the next apology. Because you never know, they might be the next one. And we might just be back here reacting again. Shout out everybody that's locked in, though. Big up to everybody that's locked in. And yeah, all of that crap. It is like nearly 8 a.m. I need to go to bed. But yeah, take care, everybody. Peace. And all of that. Cheers.